Good morning, students. Today we will see about the cell and cell division. If you see, cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of organism. We have a single cell, multicellular organism. Cell who found out first? The Robert Hooke is the one English scientist found out in the 1665. It is really a fundamental unit for human life, right? Human body is made up of a trillion cells. Nearly 28 to 36 trillion cells making the human body. How these cells are turned into? They are turned into epithelial cells, connective tissues and muscles and the neuronal cells. So human body made up of epithelial cells, connective tissues and muscles and the neuronal cells. Cell can be divided and multiply, grows and respond to the stimuli also. All cells respond to stimuli. There are cells called the liable cells, and this will be a permanent cells will be there. So this permanent cell really cannot do with any stimuli, but this stable cells are there. Where these stable cells are found? Liver, kidney, pancreas and all. It's a stable cell, does need. What about the other cells? When the multiplication is taken place, multiplication is always taken place. Where it is taken place? It's the skin, GI system, like bone marrow. So it is always cell tissues are dying and new cells are growing. Naturally it is taking place. Okay, ovum is the largest cell. So what's happening? The nucleus and mitochondria are the smallest cell. When the cell damage, body makes a new cell. Okay, this is called cell cycle. What is cell cycle? Cell cycle is the event what is taken place in the cell, which is called the cell cycle. Okay, we will see this cell cycle is normally taken place, but it is in a form of a two form it is taken place: meiotic cell division and the mitotic cell division. Whatever it may be, the cell function is really like duplicate the DNA and chromosomes, segregate the copies into the two genetically identical daughter cells, right? Formation of gametes. These two identical daughter cells, it's a happening place in a mitotic division. Meiotic division it's not taken place. Let us see what is mitotic division and the meiotic division. Does this cell division will be affected? Yes, the cell division will be mainly affected various factors. Radiation, drugs or any rays will be affecting the cell division. Understand? Okay, let us go to the topic. Now we will see the cell division. Cell division is a meiotic cell division and the mitotic cell division. So what is meiosis cell division? It is a process of creating the egg and sperm. The process is called the gametogenesis. In female, what's happening? Oogenesis and the meiosis taken place, cytodiffusion, maturation and mature ovum will be developed, right? And in male, spermatogenesis, how it is taken place? Meiosis, cytodiffusion plus maturation which produce the mature sperm. So this is a meiotic cell division. It is actually a reduction division. We will see what is called the reduction division. Why it is called the meiosis is a reduction division? It has got the sexual cell division. It's a meiotic 1 and meiotic 2. So the two phases of a meiotic cell division is there. When there is a 46 chromosomes are there, they are divided into the 23 chromosome, that is called the meiotic cell division. If you see yearly germ cell, right or not, 23 chromosomes from the generation of the mother and 23 from the father, it is a 46 chromosomes are there. So this primary gamete or oocytes or just what's happening, it's a replication. In this fast meiotic division, it's a replication, it's a duplication. So centromere is there and it is just becoming double the chromosome. So it is called the replication or the duplication. Understand? So this is the fast meiotic division, it is taken place. Duplication. Afterwards, what has happened? Three special things happening only in the meiotic division. What is this called? That is called synapsis and crossing over and chiasma. These three things will never taken place in the mitotic division. Correct? So what's happening here? So see, these are the genetic material we got from our parents, right? Even the parents divide by themselves, but their genetic materials are there. The genetical inheritance are carried out to this one. Even though your your parents are separated or divided, their genetical materials are present over here. Okay, what is called synopsis? This synopsis is called the pairing. Are you understanding? So from the father side and mother side, they are pairing each other. How this pairing is taken place? So they correctly will be standing in this one place in a order, like what is the present inside this chromosome? Genetic materials are there, chromosomes are there. So numbers of the chromosome, one of this one and one, two will be arranging in the two. For example, number 1 is a genetic code making of nose, and the number 2 of this male and the female, what is number 1 also will become. So that combination of this one new feature is developed, either the nose or the hair. So which one it is doing this one all together? For example, if a father eye in one color, mother eye, the combination of the one child will be getting a different color, right? They are pairing. This is called the synopsis. After pairing, they joined with each other. This one crossing over. Crossing over, what's happening? Really exchange of the genetic materials. Understand? Afterwards, after exchange of genetic material, this process is called the chiasma. If you see this picture, really you can see the genetic materials has been exchanged with the other chromosomes to another one. The next one is called the alignment. So how this alignment? The spindle will be forming. The spindle will be helps the chromosomes to be aligned. So what's happening? Once it is in alignment, then it will be helpful to divide it. So this is the end process of the meiotic division. If you see, it's forming the two daughter cells. Okay, so the second meiotic division is started in this two daughter cells, and then what is happening? Another one, these two daughter cells are again divided into 23 single chromosomes are coming. So 46 becoming a 23. That is why it is called the reduction division. So meiotic second division, again it is forming second polar body also will be forming. Afterwards, this one, when they join with that other sex genes material, like example, if it is a egg, ovum or egg and sperm, it is joining and it is forming the germ cells. So the germ cell, how it is forming? How the formation of germ cells? This is a gametogenesis. You saw what is gametogenesis and what's happening. Then the formation of this germ cell. Once they are fertilizing, zygote is forming. So formation of the germ cells. How these germ cells are forming? So if you see, this is a egg and ovum. Two cells are joining together forming a zygote. It's becoming a 4 cells and it becoming a 8 cell. So first day they are joining, second day 2 cells, and then within that third day morula is forming. Are you understanding? Then morula will undergo the process called the blastocyte. That is a early blastocyte and it's a late blastocytes. So it will happen in the day of 5th. The cavity also will be forming in between. Then will be the layers will be, cell will be going for the so many development. So the cavity will be forming, amniotic cavity will be forming, yolk sac will be developing. Then will be the another stage will be the gastrula. In this gastrula stage, ectoderm, endoderm, and this is the mesoderm. So in between this area, you can tell it is the mesoderm. Okay, mesoderm. So what's happening? This ectoderm and endoderm, mesoderm, amniotic sac. What's happening? This amniotic sac and then placenta will be started to develop. Then there will be a baby and then the placenta will be developing. So what's happening? This ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. Again it will go to the degenerative changes, and this germ cell layer will be each ectoderm, our organs will be started to develop. What are all the organs developing? Ectoderm, mainly you can see the skin cells, epidermis, neuronal cells and brain cells and pigmented cells. Mesoderm, skeletal, smooth muscle, cardiac, RBCs, kidney, ureter, and also reproductive system also will be developed from the mesoderm. If you see this endoderm is the pancreatic cells, alveolar cells and thyroid, endocrine system will be developed, bladder and the urethra. So how you understand how this it's happening place. It's like under this sexual cell division. So we have seen detailedly about what is called the sexual cell division. Cell division started from the development of the sperm and ovum, it is called the gametogenesis and oogenesis. When they are joining together, germ cells are forming the different layers. How this lying when they form the zygote, because why it is called zygote? Zona pellucida will be the covering, and then it is stages, it's all multiplying, 8, 16, then 34, like that it will be going. And this various cell division stage, even you are sleeping or getting up, the cells will do its function even whatever you are doing or not doing. So that's what we have to understand very clearly. The day fifth day itself it started to develop and develop. Last, what's happening from the ectoderm, neural tube and all started to develop before the mother knows he is pregnant. When she will know become pregnant, when the period is missing, only she will know the pregnant. That time retina, neural tube started to develop by these different ectodermal cells. How it is developing? From zygote, blastocele, trophoblast, amnion, so ectoderm, endoderm, finally the baby is started to develop. So you must be very careful, and you have to educate your own patients when they are planning for pregnancy. That is the thing, you are learning the cell division. This you have to apply to your patients. See, if you are planning for this one to prevent the neural tube deficiency, you have to take the folic acid tablet regularly. Don't expose yourself to radiations or some of the bad drugs or x-rays, or avoid working in the harmful places. Hope you understand what is called the cell division in a meiotic division. Okay, next we will see about what is called mitotic cell division. When it is happening, please, cell cycle. That's what I told you. You have to remember about the three things in this mitotic. Your mitotic cell division is usually normal process. It is taken place in our body, especially when you are growing, dead cells, skin, GI system, bone marrow. It's all like it's happening place. But when it has to need a stimulus, it does need for the stable cells, but this one cannot do anything with the permanent cells. What is called permanent cells? Like the neuronal cells and cardiac cells, something happen, that's all. So they cannot regenerate, cell cycle will not taken place. So this is in a zero stage. For example, it is in a resting phase. For example, this is happening place, stimulus needed for what and all I told you, pancreas, liver cells and kidney cells, right or not? If I am giving half of my liver to my family member, it is getting stimulated, right or not? It is going to the various stages. First one is the gap 1 stage. It is a long period. You have to understand that in this stages, gap 1 synthesis and G2 phase is the long phase. This is called the interphase. Here is the mostly it is all stages of development. In this one, here is a pre-synthetic stage also, you can tell. Here mainly happening place of the protein synthesis, organelles will be developed, produced, cell will be started to produce cytoplasm, and a replication of DNA started to take. Here important thing you have to remember is, it is the hour is 6 to 12 hours, and here is the mainly checkpoint is there. So why it is a checkpoint? For example, checkpoint will be checking whether this DNA is correctly multiplied or what not. It is checkpoint is taken place during the before proliferation of stage. So next stage will be the synthetic stage. Here will be really pre-synthetic and synthetic of this DNA is replicated. Proliferation taken place. So 46 chromosomes are duplicated. This checkpoint helps to avoid. Here also between this synthetic stage to G2 stage, there is another checkpoint is present. Here also, why here is checkpoint over? No madam, why you have to have a checkpoint? Here is checking for any error. For example, you are writing a book, you will be checking once one copy will be coming out, then you will check for any error. If you are not doing, here will be like a printing, within 1 hour all these copies are made, so the whole book will be affected. So that is the way. Here also we are doing another checkpoint. Here also needing making needed repair. The error has been corrected. So what's happening here will be 3 to 4 hours. Understand? After that 3 to 4 hours. See, here will be, that is how it is like that, and it is been duplicated. It is all becoming a 2 daughter cells are already developing. Here will be all the errors being corrected, and this one is called the M phase, mitotic, prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase, right or not? So it is alignment has taken place and all these one cytokines all develop and the new cells, two daughter cells will be developed. So this is about the cell division today we have seen. So what is the cell division? Here what is the question may be asked, two more question, what is the factors affecting cell division? What is called permanent cells, you can tell. What is called the stable cells, you can tell. And what is gametogenesis, you can tell. What is the fertilization? Fertilization is the fusion of egg and ovum where the genetic material getting exchanged, right or not? What is called the formation of, what is the three layers of germ cell? If they are asking ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, they can ask where the brain cells are developed from, where is the endocrine system developed from, which germ cell, you can answer it very well, right? Morula is, what is morula, which day the morula is developed. Okay, these are all called the layers and germ cells. Gametogenesis, what define gametogenesis, you can tell it. What is define meiosis? Meiosis is a reduction cell division. Are you understanding? Mitotic is the end process, will be the two daughter cells will be coming. It is making a new body cells. This will making place from the germ cells. Are you understanding? And the big question may be come as a write in detail about the cell cycle and explain. You draw this one and explain it. Okay. So next video we will see about the part 2. How our body is made up of what kind of cells. So in this chapter you can very well see about, explain the big question you can expect is a cell cycle. Thank you.